We got ourselves Balgan. Oh, he got a little otter pet. I was gonna say otter mount. It's almost like that thing looked at. It's almost like that thing just looked at the camera, man. What the hell? That thing is so cute. I don't know why, man. I'm like, I don't really care much about mounts, but when I found that the Tusker have an otter mount, I was like, I gotta get it, man. Oh, look at that. What a beauty. We got a Saskavi boy on the team. Holy Saya as well as I love the Zendalari Paladin thing going on. I love this bone, man. Flush in the back, and we got some Tricks. Tricks gonna be first up as a Feral Druid, looking out for what is potentially stealthy. That or just team 2 is trying to figure out who's going to be next. Got us a Forkbeard, got Grifka in the back. We got Jayhawk, we got us a Minus, and Thrall Hall. Is he first? Maybe he's backing up. He thinks he's versing a rogue because Grifka must not a stealth, man. He thinks he's looking for you. He's waiting for the eyes. Who's up first over in team 2? Is it Grifka? Don't be in stealth if it's not you. You got Tricks just looking for every single corner. He's not sure. He's gonna pick up on the eyes and randomly bounce into Grifka. Looks like Tricks is picking up the eyes, but he didn't really need to. Again, Grifka making my man Tricks pick up the eyes. The man can't even get a pre-stealth opener now. What is happening? Thrall Hall's at least giving this guy a proper honor duel, letting him find himself a nice new prowl, and at least gonna get him a proper opportunity to get an opener. Leaping in, rake of the bat, got him some full dots into an incarnation. The man just wants to open up the most amount of damage. Thrall is gonna go for double stuns with a bleed on the Tricks. As a Fury, you don't really bleed nearly as hard, but it can be quite good for extra sustain as well as resources. But it's going to be full CC out of Tricks. Left Thrall out in the middle of the arena, bleeding profusely. Does sit into stealth, into yet another rake. There goes the not trinket, but the spore cloak. It looked like a trinket animation for a second. As it's going to be big defenses out of Thrall Hall, trying to see if he can catch up a little bit of health. The better he can stay on top of Tricks, the better. That's going to be a nice charge, but a quick parachute. But Tricks trying to see if he can shake the warrior off of him, and he definitely needs to do that. There goes the Heart of the Wild. The guy's going to have to tank up as much as possible. I like the use of cooldowns. You know what? A lot of times I see people just go in and not send cooldowns, even if it's like a 5-minute CD like a Heart of the Wild. You better send it than just because otherwise what do you do? Saving it for the next duel match? Charge out of Thrall, trying to see if he can just stay on top of Tricks while he's got his uptime. He's in a fantastic spot. I don't know if his Tricks has thorns. I think the man's got nothing. Trying to see if he can get out of there. Nice root last second. Oh, the throw almost finishes him off, but the guy's barely alive. Got himself a shield with a bardic skin. How are you still alive, by the way? Man's dropped down to just 1 health. Thrall does not want to go down. He wants to see if he can finish him off right now. Quick charge, nice execute right between the hairline, right down the skull, just splitting the dude in half. With Kobe Boy gonna be up next. Hopefully he learns the lesson of the other Feral Druid. He's got to find a way to get the dots onto Thrall, able to do so. Got a full stun. Now he's got to find a way to shake him off. Disarmor to the Feral. What are you gonna do? Declaw that thing? With a big overpowers up. This is where Thrall needs to get himself mobility, but the fact that Coffee went for a root and then comes back in there gives Thrall an opportunity to ramp up, back up again, wall up right now. Coffee Boy is diminishing a lot of the damage he's taken. It looks like the bleeds do end up overpowering the warrior. That was so rough, man. Oh, no. Thrall first on meme. I mean, you were in stealth, Grifka. If you're not in stealth, like if you're out of stealth, then he knows, okay, it's not the rogue I'm dueling. But he's like, when you're out in stealth and the Pharaoh's looking out, he's going to be extra careful, picking up the eyes, trying to look out for the rogue, man. Coffee Boy does go for a bit of a dots with the root into Minus. Minus being a Shadow Priest, he's going to have to find a way to carefully set up a proper go versus Coffee. And if you can't pull him away from a pillar like you're doing right now, that's fantastic. Quick interrupt Akavi. Does he look for the pillar? He's looking for the catch scratch post. He wants to be able to retreat to it. Quick root for a second. Does bust out of it. Big turret. Oh, just absolutely caught him without a pillar. The man had nothing for that one at the very end. That's what Minus needed. As a Feral Druid, you can just put up bleeds and kite the hunter, the priest around forever, for miles and miles on end. But with the priest, you gotta put him out in the open. You gotta get some damage in. Big damage out of Balkan though. Stun onto Minus, trinkets out of it. Fear onto the hunter. No way out of for this one. And this is an opportunity for the Shadow Priest to catch up a little bit of healing. Much needed recovery is getting himself back up and running, with Minus getting hit with the scatter shot for just a second. Big rapid fire by Balgan. I'm gonna mess up your name 100%. As it's gonna be Minus with a Desperate Prayer, trying to see if he can get himself a little bit more health to work with. Still taking big hits. At least he's knocked out of holy abilities whenever he's interrupted on Shadow. At least able to get himself a little bit of recovery. Feign Death for Balkan, able to remove the mind game. Still just trying to see if he can fire out aim shots back to back. Death Chakram. Minus was going to be very, very careful. Disperse up right now. This is where Balkan has the most amount of damage. but he also got dots on himself. So the man better remove those dots as soon as possible. Goes in for Exil to get himself stabilized a bit. Maybe look at our defensive here. A big rapid fire around the corner. That's what's going to help him win the game. Minus is in a tight spot. Root onto the pet for a second. Fade for a moment. Fear available very, very soon. Fear onto the Hunter. Needs to catch up as much heal as he can. Next stump by the Hunter. Could be the end of Minus. Unless he's got himself summoned here, trying to go for some damage, scatter shot to follow, aim shot right after. Minus needs to stun summon anything right now. Balkan actually not a lot of health available. Executes back to back. Minus with a rapid fire. Balkan barely survives it, but I think almost dies to the dots, but does go for the feign death to cleanse himself entirely. Well done, well done. With Jayhawk going to be up next. Balkan needs to sit still the entire time. You don't want to come out. You want to get yourself completely recuperated. The man has a lot of cooldowns available, and also, honestly, you still got a turtle shell. If you can somehow find a way just to CC Jayhawk, you may be okay. Prison trap to stop Jay for just a second, but he's super DR'd. Steel trap to maybe hold him in place. Does he have a camo? Rapid fire. Needs some kind of feint death. Needs something, anything right now. Jayhawk just chasing after the man. He's trying to see if he can end his whole career with an arcade orb around the corner. Barely surviving. Balkan's got nothing left. He needs to find a way to get himself a camo and then bail out of there. But the blinks around for the mage. Exil comes back in the last second. Oh, he could just back blink on you though. He has a steel trap just for it. Death chakra for a second. Rapid fire, maybe some damage. If you can interrupt him on an arcane, that would be great. Feint death available too. Gotta be polymorph. I don't know what you can do in this situation. Feint death for just a second. Hold on a second. Ah, it's over. I was rooting for the Hunter. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping that some way, somehow, he was gonna be able to swing that one back, man. That was rough. I got confused though. I thought it was going against Griff. I thought so too, Trix. I thought so too. Yeah, Griff just needs to sit out of stealth, man, but it's all good. A little bit of confusion, but at least I did like how the Warrior Thrall did give you a chance to like, okay, catch yourself a prowl, get yourself a setup, you know what I mean? But yeah, all good, all good. Blush versus Jayhawk, man, these rogues, cheap shot. And have you seen how much damage rogues can do in the CC they can pull off in PvP for 10-2? Gorma's Bite is going to be basically the next, what was the thing in Shadowlands? It was the Kyrian thing. Resonator. Well, no, hold on. Echoing Reprimand. That was the buffed version with the Conduit and Cold Blood. It's going to be that. Except you get to keep your Cold Blood. You can smack him with a fatty secret technique, 100% crit, into Gorma's Bite, 100% crit. Oh, it is brutal. It is actually kind of disgusting when you think about it, but I'm kind of excited too. It's going to be a lot of fun damage. It's not like a full one-shot, but it's a huge chunks of health just absolutely devoured. Jayhawk looked to pick up the eye, tried to see if he could practice against the rogues before 10-2 is finally out, whenever that's out. As Plush goes in for a Shadow Shock knockback in a Root, just trying to control as best as possible. Going for a Poly, does end up canceling in case there's an interrupt, but Plush does not go for the kicks at all. He just holding it until a little bit later. Gouge on the Jayhawk, probably has himself a proper kidney, but that is an alter time up for Jay. Does go for the trinket. I don't know if he necessarily needed to, but he did not trust that alter time to keep him alive whatsoever. Into an Arcane Surge, Ring of Fire, Plush with a Smoke Bomb. Arcane Orbs are getting sent in. Quite a bit of damage either way. The Ring of Frost to stop the rogue in place. That's going to be touching the magic. Blind on Jayhawk. This way, you wish you had a trinket for it. But Blush, I think, is going to try to see if he can bail out of here. I think he does end up escaping even with a touch of the Magi. Jay does have all the time. And as long as he can trust that the secret technique is not going to just eviscerate him. Did not trust it. There goes the ice block. I don't really know. Do you have a blink or do you blink really, really early? Or you shimmer? He might be shimmer. Because I was thinking for a second, I can't tell if he's blink or shimmer, but a big setup is set up versus Plush. The man does have a dot burning on a blinder. Jayhawk has a blink trinket out of this one. Plush trying to see if he can bail out of that. Does he just go down? Wait a second. Cheat death. He did die for a second. Cheated it. Jayhawk needs to get in there and end him right now. Do you have a blink? Do you have anything right now? Try to see if he can just do it with missiles and is able to finally capitalize on that victory. Well done, well done. Wait, why are you teabagging him now? Why would you do that? I think Plush played really, really well. Jay just needs to find himself some stopping power, some finishing potential, and he'll be golden. But man, this rogues, if you can prevent them from escaping you in the first place, you'll be set. Big barrages as Jay got himself actually full bloodless, stealing the hand of freedom from Holy as he got himself wings. Big interrupt on the arcane. Doesn't give Jayhawk a lot to work with. Does not have a stun. Blinks that Hodge immediately, instantly globaled it. And it's going to go for a reversal, but walked him back into Holy Side as the man is just absolutely crusading you. With a breath to follow, Holy Side just needs one more big global. Hammer? Oh, doesn't, man. That's just unfortunate. with Forkbeard gonna be up next. I think Fork just gotta get in there. Fork is an arms warrior. I was gonna say Fury for a second, but in arms. So he doesn't actually need healing, but I think he does need to get in there for some immunity, back up out as soon as possible, and then get back in. If you could go in with a Reflect on a Hodge, that'd be stellar. But that's really about the best you could really do. I try to give him like a... What is he about doing? Is that a moonwalk? I wonder for Holy Saya if using immunity super early might be the play. Trying to see if he can just outrange Forkbeard, looking for that range game. As the stun comes out, he's gonna go for a Trinket Cure to follow Forkbeard, leaping in. Perfect opportunity for the warrior to maybe get some big ups versus Holy. Holy could maybe go for an immunity right now. If he can just deny losing health, that'd be great. I think it wants to save a lot of this immunities for Grifka if possible. Blinds the Forkbeard while his big defenses are up without die by the sword. As long as you don't stop attacking Forkbeard and don't let him recuperate behind the pillar, second wind cannot ever kick in. There goes the Spore Cloak, barely covering any of Forkbeard's health. The man just doesn't have much to really work with. Hand of Freedom keeping Holy Side moving into a stun. Bubble right after. Wanted to make sure he doesn't lose any health. And also is a warrior with some powerful executes. Did not want to go down to that at all. Does end up slamming him down, but now does not have a bubble for my man Grifka. Got himself. How is regenerating healing you that much at 90% dampening? Does that ability ignore dampening? Regenerating ignores dampening now? Since when? That actually gives you maybe like a fighting chance. No, he's just sitting down. He's laying down. He's ready. His accepted defeat, I think. I guess the rogue, there's only so much you can do. Cheap shot onto Holy Side, does go for the Trinket. Trinket out of the rogue with the clock shot was mad damage on Holy Saya. Does he go for the Blessing of Protection? He has to. And Grifka looking to make an escape for Holy Saya. He's picking up the eyes, trying to see if he can stay proactive. Grifka with the smoke bomb. But it looks like he's not going to be able to stay there long at all. Holy Saya does not have any healing. Actually, Battle Master Trinket falling off is literally a sneeze away. Grifka can literally walk over there, just sit him with a big old achoo, and like it's done. Even Grifka is like, yeah, you know what? This is over. It's done. It's done. Sitting down, get himself a muffin. Well done, though. Well done for Holy Saya was coming back for a bit. Jayhawk does end up sniping and killing a rogue. Let's get us another one going here, boys. Let's see if we get another one that's like this long again, or if we get a shorter game in general. Oh, man.